welcome back to our continuing coverage of the Miramar Air Show, our special presentation that a lot of people worked very hard on, which many of those stories now are in the world.
They're somewhere. They're still not working.
Yeah.
We can't, so our equipment is still somehow trying to, I don't know what, like kickstart. It's on the fritz.
Right.
They're working hard to get all that back on so we can.
So at this point, we're getting a little loopy and just having fun. And we were thinking of things that we could chat about while in the control room. They desperately work to get that back online. And one of them would be, if you saw the special just before this program, which was a taped special, where we went to MCAS Miramar. I went there for several days and spoke with the folks there. And the finale was, of course, going up with the Blue Angels, and you may have noticed that I became pretty sick on the aircraft. That happened. It was funny because you take off with a 6G takeoff. That means you weigh 6 times more than you normally would on the takeoff. You're going almost straight up like a rocket.
How did that part feel, the weight on you?
Oh, absolutely thrilling and a little terrifying because you and I got to see the other two guys go up first, so I knew what was coming in terms of seeing it from the outside. But from the inside, you believe me, unless you've done it before, you're not prepared for the amount of force that is going to hit you. And then you're on your back and the plane's going straight up and you go up. I think we went up to 14,000 feet if I heard the radio traffic correctly. You go up pretty high. And at the end of it, you level out and for a moment you're weightless. And then you come back and you start to get your weight back again. And it was right after that first up and whoop, and I remember feeling, ooh. So now we're into it, right? And so then we cruised out and we went over to San Clemente Island. That's where the maneuvers were going to be done. And they base the maneuvers that they take the guests on, and only 3 people get to go every year. And the way they do it is they pick 2 members from the community, and they are what is it? They're called influencers, and they're looking for people that are positive influence in the community. People apply, and they're evaluated. 2 people get the opportunity, And then also every year, 1 person gets from the media to take part as well. This year it was me, I think in part because I had done the series at MCAS Miramar.
You know them pretty well now.
They too thought, this would be a nice segue in. We'd send Jim up in the jet. So anyway, we get over to San Clemente Island and get ready to do some of the maneuvers that are done in the show, and they show you what's going on. And again, in terms of being prepared for what's about to... Now, I should say, our Captain Jeff Coos was the guy that handled it. Very good at what he does, and he explained everything that was coming in detail so that you knew exactly, what you were going to be dealing with. The interesting part, though, was you had that, like I said, the 6G rocket start. And you would think, oh, now we were about to do a 3G maneuver, which you would think is much easier. But in fact, I found, and I'm talking to one of the other, guest flyers, it wasn't. It's a lot tougher because...
The 3G?
The 3G, right, because it happens on a turn. And so it's a different force against your body.
The weight's like coming against you.
Exactly. So the way that it really was like an awkward feeling to do the 3G turns, and then I'm a little bit more woozy, right? So the deal's going on, and I let Jeff know, Captain Coos know, that I wasn't feeling all that hot. Now, if I was to get sick, what would I need to do? And he told me, and obviously I'm not the first guy to get sick on a Blue Angels flight.
They're used to that, I'm sure.
They got sick bags right next to you. So I prepped one of the sick bags. And then he says to me, look, you're going to be all right. What we're going to do is we're going to fly upside down for a little bit, and that's going to let the blood go into your head, and you'll probably feel better. And I'm thinking,
that's supposed to be the calming thing.
I'm thinking, sounds great. So we go upside down, and now you say your world getting turned upside down, literally. Now we're upside down. I got the ocean underneath. And he says, just let go of everything, right? Because you're strapped in completely. So I'm hanging there.
Like a roller coaster ride.
Looking at the ocean, going by. And for a little bit, I did, in fact, feel...
You felt better upside down?
I felt a little bit better. Yeah, it's like hanging there.
He knows what works,
He knows what's going on. This feels pretty good. So he does this for 45 seconds, and then he turns the jet back around. And he turns the jet back around, and he says, great job. And I think this was included in the special. He says, great job. And as soon as he says that,
that's when it happened.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, no.
But my stomach was empty. There was nothing.
There
was nothing.
You're the cleanest passenger of all.
It was just horrible convulsions. Yeah, exactly. All right, so they're giving us the wrap sign. Now, I should ask, are we at the end of the program?
Okay. So we're going to have our regular newscast at 10, hopefully, or maybe not. It all depends on technology. We'll let that
We're going to figure it out. Yeah. So we hope you enjoyed the special. The first part was great. Yeah. We should have had hand puppies for the second part. We're sorry that the technical aspects of it crashed on us.
Yeah. But thanks for bearing with us.
We thank you for being with us tonight. Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.